They cut down 22 of my apple trees to make a community walking path, so I made sure the law made them plant every single one back. My little orchard sat on the edge of the subdivision, a soft border of green between my land and their perfect cul-de-sac lawns. I wasn't part of their HOA, never wanted to be. The trees were old and heavy with fruit every fall, and I sold cider at the farmer's market. When I left for a long weekend to visit family, everything was in order, rows trimmed, irrigation timers ticking steady. When I drove home Sunday night, my headlights swept across a scene so wrong I almost didn't understand it. The orchard was gone. The ground was scraped bare, covered in pale gravel that glared under the moonlight. Benches lined a curving path, shiny metal plaques reading, "Donated by the HOA Beautification Committee." My heart thudded. I walked the length of it in disbelief, crunching over the graves of my trees. The next morning, I found the HOA president strutting down the new path with a clipboard. "Good morning," he said, cheerful as a salesman. "Looks nice, doesn't it? We finally opened up the sightline from the road." "You trespassed on my property," I said. He laughed. "Technically, this is community space. The property line's disputed. We checked the old subdivision plat." "Show me your map." He waved the clipboard. "It's all in our records." Then he turned and called to a neighbor. "See? Everyone already loves it." I stood there shaking, trying to keep my voice low. "You destroyed my orchard." He shrugged. "If you want, you can still use the benches." I hired a licensed surveyor that afternoon. He walked the boundary with GPS equipment and shook his head before he even finished. "They used an outdated map," he said. "Your line is 32 feet past those benches. The entire path is on your land." It took one phone call to the county's agricultural enforcement office. 2 inspectors came out within days. They photographed the stumps, measured the gravel thickness, scribbled notes, asked for the HOA's construction permit. There wasn't one. I watched their faces harden as they realized what had happened. A week later, official letters went out. The HOA was charged with illegal destruction of agricultural property and unpermitted land alteration. The fines were staggering. Their insurance refused to cover intentional acts. Board members resigned in flurries of emails. The president stopped waving at anyone from his porch. By autumn, crews were back on my land, but this time under county order. They shoveled out the gravel, hauled away the benches, and lined up new saplings exactly where my old trees had stood. I watched every hole filled, every stake tied. When the last truck pulled away and the evening light caught the tender green leaves, I felt something settle inside me. I consider revenge taken,